Well, this ought to be a fun one. Customer states the radio doesn't work, the windows don't work, like none of them are rolling. Whoop. Oh, the rears do work. The rears will roll down. Well, this one? Yep, that one does. But the fronts don't roll down or up. Yeah. And the vehicle is actually setting in the BCM. If we go into BCM right here, we've got interior CAN bus off performance codes, and then lost COM with a trailer brake module. And you can see this right here is labeled wrong. This should be kind of like powertrain CAN, and this should be interior CAN, but we have nothing on this interior CAN that is communicating. So let's dig into this and see what's going on here. Alright, so first thing, we need to pull up a wiring diagram of this. So we're going to go on Alt Data here. I'm going to use the OE diagrams because all I want to see is the interior CAN bus. So information bus, and they labeled this IHS bus system. That's the one that we're needing to look at. So if we zoom in here, you can see here's our radio, which doesn't work, our body control module, which is setting the code for this circuit, not working, driver door module, that should be in charge of our Windows switches or Windows working. So there's a lot of stuff on here that we can't talk to. So this is the data network we're going to focus on. And right over here we have a data link connector, and as you can see, our IHS bus is pins 3 and 11, and it does not go through any gateway at all. So it is straight from a data link connector to a star connector. So we can really just start right here at the data link connector and see what is happening on the bus. Is it pulled low, like shorted to ground? Is there any activity at all on it? Things like that. So we're going to start there and see what the scope shows. Alright, so I've got the Topdon scope here set up, and I've got the screen recorder going here for you so that you guys can see what's going on there. And for my connections, right now I am just in the powertrain, or what they're calling the C, CAN bus C line, which is just pin 6 and 14. And then I'm just grounded to a piece of metal up here. It's a good enough ground for this kind of testing. So I just wanted to show you guys what a good pattern looks like. So I can already tell that there's nothing wrong with CAN C, which is the powertrain CAN. And if I go in on my time base here, let's get down real small, you can see these data packets start coming together. They look a lot like data packets. Let's see if we go a little faster here, or a little smaller on our time base. You really start to see those data packets. So that is a good CAN bus. All right, let's get back out here. Let's see what is happening on our interior CAN, which is going to be under here, pins 3 and 11. So I'm just going to move these over here. Okay, and you guys might have seen it. Our voltages went up. Let's change our voltage scale to see what's going on here. So let's go to 2 volts there. So that looks like our interior CAN is sitting about 8 volts. That's a very odd number. when I see voltage like this on a CAN bus, it could be a couple things. It could be water in a connector, because it's 8 volts. We're not up to 12 volts. It could be a module with a bad ground that is trying to ground through the CAN bus line. Let's see, it could just be a bad module with an internal short, something like that. So let's go back to our wiring diagram and let's see which ways we can break this network up and kind of find out where this issue is. All right, so back over here on our wiring diagram, there's actually 2 different star connectors that they have. So we can actually split these star connectors apart and determine if our issue is something on this star connector or this star connector. That's going to be real handy, real easy to split this network basically in half. So I want to basically get to this connector and then unplug this line, which jumps the 2 star connectors together. So Chrysler is pretty good about doing this. I just searched CAN IHS IP and locations here. We can see that it's showing us the instrument panel. So click on that. It's right here in this picture. Let's zoom in here. They give really good detailed locations for their connectors and stuff. But here's something else that they do. If we come over here and do location for components, we can actually go to this bus layout and we can actually get a picture basically of everything that is on this bus and where everything is, and on our little description thing down here we can see CCIP is the CAN star connector for the instrument panel, which is what I'm wanting to find, and you can see right here it is. So this is really handy. I like how Chrysler gives you good information like this, like getting to visually see not only the one connector but all the things on the network is real handy. So let's get under the dash to this connector and unplug the wire that jumps, or the connector that jumps from one star connector to the other star connector. All right, so these have already been tampered with a little bit. The connectors here, they are actually just kind of bundled up and taped up in there, and somebody had already kind of started pulling them down. So this is our interior CAN connector here, and the harness that I'm particularly wanting is this one right here. So let me set you down here. Let me kind of get this unstuck off of here so I can unplug it. I think that's my connector. It might be this one on the other side. I do know I did have a ground in one of them, but I may have to go back and look at the diagram one more time and verify which one these are. I know it was a white and gray and a white and orange stripe, so I think it's got to be this one. So let's just unplug this. Try to anyway. I got the scope rolling for you guys to be able to see what happens to the network. I'm gonna have to grab something to help me unlock this. They make these tabs so small. Be right back. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this undone now. There we go. So my issue is on the other connector. You can see on the scope that we got our waveform back. So now that I see my CAN bus has returned on this connector, I can now go over to the other connector and start unplugging the lines one at a time and figure out which one is the issue. Well, the body one wasn't too far away. It was actually in the kick panel up behind this little flap here. I don't know if I can really show you guys, but there we go. It was kind of locked onto this little thing and kind of a booger to get off. It actually broke one of the tabs getting it unlocked. I'm not sure if there's a way to get in there to unlock this little tab or what, but that little tab kind of locks it in there. So, but let's get back to unplugging these and see which one is causing our issue. All right, I got the scope rolling again so y'all can see which one this is. I don't know yet. This is the one coming from our other connector over here. So I'm just gonna go down the line, pop these off one at a time. Okay, not that one. Plug that one back in there. Not that one. Plug it back in there. Not that one. Is it gonna be the last one? Isn't it always the last one? Oh, there we go. Next to last one. So whichever one on the diagram has a, looks like just a straight white wire with a white and blue trace. I don't know if you guys seen that or not, but there we go. It just looks like a white wire and then a white with a blue trace. So let's go back to our diagram and see what this one goes to. Actually, before I go too far, there might be a separate issue here. I just happened to glance back over at my scope capture and it is it's a little strange looking. I might need to check my connections, but my bias voltage and stuff is a little high still. Let's get zoomed in here. So we do have good data packets. So you can see right there a good square wave, but the bias voltage is rising up. I'm not really sure about what's going on with that. Either way, that could be a terminating resistor issue, possibly, maybe. I doubt it though. That seems a little strange. I'm a little worried about that. But we already know we've got one circuit that is just killing the network. So let's follow that for a little bit and see where it takes us. Well, you never really know what you're gonna find. That connector runs to the heated seat control module, I believe that's what it was. And I don't know exactly where that is, but I just wanted to take a peek under the seat in case it is under the seat. And yeah, there's some stuff under here. Let's see if that is our issue. Well, I was messing with moving some of this around. I'm not even sure if you guys can see this or not, hopefully. But I was just moving stuff around. I accidentally kind of unplugged this side of this thing, whatever this is, and then was wiggling some other stuff around, and now my air is blowing. My CAN bus is still messed up. I did plug it back up under here, and if I unplugged this, it didn't actually change anything. If I could unplug it again. So you can see my CAN bus is still messed up there. But I definitely wiggled something under here that caused a change. Yeah, let's investigate this a little further. I really don't know what I was under here, but there's a ton of wires under here. So I went and looked over all data and found that the heated seat module is under the seat, and I really don't know that I'm gonna get you guys where you can see it or not, but it is these connectors here. This is the module, and then those are the connectors. And I don't know. I think this one here is my power and the CAN bus wires, I believe. Let me get in here and see if I can unplug that. I'm definitely wiggling something under here that's causing things to do stuff. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh. I don't have y'all recording. Let me get you guys recording up here. I touched something. Okay, look at that. I think we're dealing with water. Look at that. We're back up. Yeah, I was just kind of wiggling the harness here. Let me see there? This is definitely having an effect on that. So is it in this connector? Is this where the issue is? Not real sure. Now it's not. Oh, there it goes. I'm not sure which connector it is, but something's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely wiggling something and things are changing. This is a little chewed up a little bit. But this isn't the issue because my data line is still messed up. I really don't know what you guys are going to be looking at right here, so sorry. I'm just trying to keep the camera rolling so when I do find what cleans it completely up. There we go. I'm pushing really hard on that, and that's a good CAN line right there. So this connector, there's something with this connector. Gotta be. No, this connector is clean. Got stuff hanging on you. So unplug this. My CAN line is perfect now. So what is going on here? Is there something going on in this? This is coming from the truck side. So it has to be something on this side of the connector. Why was it changing as I was pressing on just this connector? What is going on the other end of this harness? Now I probably have made it to where it's not going to be broke at all anymore. I mean, I don't see any harness damage. Everything is still working correctly. I'm not understanding here. What did I do? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, are we actually dealing with a problem under the seat? Like in the carpet here? It's gonna be real hard to clip all this together for you guys to be able to see what's going on, but I kind of reached my hand under here and wiggled. There we go, right there. But I'm still like moving the upper harness, so I really don't know. It's so hard to tell. I can't see anything wrong with this harness. Just moving this harness doesn't seem to be causing the problem. I think it's got to be down under here. Right there, it's broke. All I did was just kind of reach in and grab this. Is it something to do with this other connector? I mean, this connector, oh, there we go. Is it this? There it is. That's the problem. See my can line? It's all jacked up right now. Push this in, make connection. There we go. This is the problem. Like I said, something with a bad ground. Yep. So broke. Stick it in there a little bit. Fixed. How cool is that? That's pretty cool, I think. So let's get this apart, get this locked back in there, and we should be good. So that wasn't too bad. I just disconnected it and shoved that back in there, and it clicked and locked, and it's holding. It's in there, and we've got a good waveform here. Let me zoom out. Come on, zoom out. There we go. So good waveform there. Oh, the radio's actually on. Let's get my scan tool hooked back up, and we'll get a scan on this thing, make sure it's all good. Let's see, is this gonna work? Windows are working. Yep. There we go. This is gonna be a fix. But let's scan this thing, make sure there ain't nothing else going on, and clear the codes and stuff. So I got another scan here, and you can see we've got our modules talking now. So let's clear all this out and see what comes back. So we did have a couple things come back. Trailer brake control module, suspension control module, and suspension control module. I'm not sure if they're the same thing. It does have the integrated trailer brake. So I'm gonna see if they want me to check this or not. This is actually on the CAN C line, which would be like the powertrain line, integrated trailer brake, air suspension. Maybe this is the suspension control module it's talking about. Not really sure. This is vehicle system interface module. I don't really know what that is. And then EDM here, external disc module. Well, it don't have a CD player, so that doesn't matter at all. So we'll see if they want to go after these things, and if so, I don't know, I might video it. But the main issue was the windows not working, the radio not working, and all of that is now working. So we'll see what they want to do about this other stuff, and if the video ends here, well, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys later. So we just got a diagram here of the trailer module, and just looking at the diagram here, we've got fuse 11, which is a 30 amp, and fuse 87, which is a 10 amp. This is the power distribution module out under the hood. So just doing a quick visual inspection of this thing. We've got fuse 11, 30 amp, okay, and then fuse 87, 10 amp. Yep. It's missing. Where is it at? Why is it missing? Who knows? Let's stick a fuse in this thing. So actually 2 missing fuses, fuse 87 and fuse 50. Fuse 50 goes to the air suspension, and now we've got a green tree. I'm not really sure why they had the air suspension and the trailer brakes fuses pulled. Who knows? But either way, we've got a green tree now, so this truck's good to go.